Everybody, and welcome back to beautiful sunny Turkey. I am on holiday currently. This is not an out of office reply, this is me on holiday again, but this time instead of being half naked like the last time you joined me on holiday, this is just me walking up a big hill. We've got a new thing we're doing this week. Today is Friday. I'm about to be run over as usual. Today's Friday, and later on tonight I'm getting a flight back to the UK, which will land at about 1 o'clock in the morning. And then after I get back from the airport to the house, have a couple of hours sleep, grab my race gear, and I'm going to be heading up almost half the length of the UK to go and race in Scotland. Now there is a big reason for this, which I will come to at the end of the video. Let's join me probably at the circuit. See you in a second. Hello everybody. It's now the morning. I've had a grand total of roughly 3 hours sleep, maybe 3.5 hours sleep. The flight was delayed, as it always is. I got home after getting through customs, baggage collection, got home, took my daughter, my presumptive son-in-law and grandson back to their house, came back, had my 3.5 hours sleep. I'm now heading north to Scotland to go racing. So you get this, Rob goes racing, Rob is going racing. And yes, that does feel weird to talk about myself in the third person. See you in a sec. B-roll. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Knockhill. We're now at the circuit. I'm doing through scrutineering. For some of you who don't know what scrutineering is, basically it's just where I take my safety gear to some officials, and they look through my safety gear, make sure it's all in the right condition, make sure everything's nice and safe for me to wear. The car's been through scrutineering in the past, so that's safe to use. We had a quick setup and just make sure my belts are in the right place, seats are in the right place, and we're all ready to go for tomorrow. I'm just going to sit down with one of the leading guys from the championship, who's going to show me braking points, place to change gear, lines, etc. because I haven't actually had any testing, and the first time out in the car is going to be me jumping in for 12 minutes of qualifying, which I seem to be making a habit of in small cars. So yeah, as I said, I seem to be making quite a habit of this in small cars. Basically, when I had to go in the Enduro car, I jumped in. First time I ever drove it was at Brands Hatch, and I jumped in during qualifying with no testing and learnt the car in 7 laps in the dark behind a safety car. And then again at Brands Hatch again when I raced it the second time, again no testing, jumped in during qualifying and did 7 laps. And yeah, so this whole thing of jumping into small cars with no testing and doing sprint races seems to be becoming a theme. Anyway, next time you'll see me, it'll be tomorrow morning, just before driver's briefing, or just after qualifying even. So the next time you'll see me is just after qualifying, and just before driver's briefing, and I'll let you know how my first taste of car went, and we'll go from there. See you soon. Yeah, qualifying done.
Somehow I managed to get 8 out of 15 cars. Quite a few people in front of me had track limits violations. So overall, I will flash up on screen a picture of a screen grab I did of the timing. Yeah, there's not much to say except it was my first time out in the car in the wet on a circuit I haven't driven for 20 plus years. I have a big book of excuses and I'm going to use every single bloody one of them. But yeah, 8th is surprisingly good. As I said, there's faster people behind me because they have their times deducted for track limits, so I'm expecting to go backwards in race 1 and find my natural place amongst other people further back. To be honest, the rule still stands. I don't want to be last, but we'll see if that rule gets changed as the day goes on. It's continuing to rain, as you can see. I have my hood still up, and I've got about 10 minutes to go. I'm back out in the car. Yeah, what's a C1 like to drive? A bit floaty. They're on standard suspension with lowering springs. The tyres are, I think, 155 width, so they are very, very skinny tyres. There is not a lot of grip in the dry, I believe, and there's even less in wet. So yeah, lots of fun. I'll have to go a different way because I don't want to be have my my video banned for featured music. Anyway, hello everybody, welcome back. Right, just done race 1. I will probably throw some B-roll footage, well not B-roll, actual footage from the car. Quickly, a quick sum up, let's put it this way. I fluffed the start quite badly, to the point where about 3 or 4 people came past me. Now, I had looked at the qualifying and realised there was 3 or 4 faster people behind me anyway, but it's still a little heartbreaking for them to come like straight through on the start, because I put way too much wheel spin, done the clutch way too viciously, and in the wet it was just wheel spin. My fault. The rest of the race was a case of trying to keep up with the people in front, which I kind of did until I started overdriving and started looking in the mirrors, and that's when the car behind me completely out-psyched me, and I made a big mistake. My tyres went off into the gravel, through the gravel, onto the grass, and barely clung on to it to get it back on the tarmac. At which point the guy behind me had gone past, and then it was a case of following him and watching him make mistakes as well. So I knew we were both trying pretty hard. I will insert his name here, and because all I know is who's number 529. Yeah, it was a good race. I enjoyed it a lot. I was going to make a last minute lunge of the last corner of the last lap, but I was just a bit too far back, and I thought, you know what, if I get this wrong, it's going to be expensive. So yeah, I chickened out because I'm a big girl. Anyway, next up is race 2 in a couple of hours time, so just going to ring Michelle and just chill for a bit and just get my breath back. See you soon. Hello everybody. Right, race done, about to head off home. Just a very quick one to say how the race went. I'll probably obviously follow this up with it a little bit more in the shed after this. But race 2 went very well. I actually got off the line properly. I made up a space before the first corner. I then chickened out and let the person who was right beside me come back through, so that was great. A couple people had accidents in front of me and I took advantage of those accidents. So I went from being 13th on the grid, finishing 12th. It's not exactly lighting your hair on fire, but considering that I had no testing, it's wet, haven't raced a circuit ever, but haven't driven the circuit in the last 20 years, it's a new car. I'm going to give every single excuse I can out right now, but I'm really happy with what I did, happy with what I managed, and really want to do it again. So there will be Rob Goes Racing episodes in the future, but yeah, loved it.
thank you very much to everybody at MINIMAX who ran the car. Thanks to Steve at SMRC, who's the Scottish Motor Racing Club, who run the series and organise all these events. And if you're in Scotland and you want to start your motorsport journey, get in touch with the SMRC and they will help you, whether it's track days, bikes, cars, anything. Get in touch with them. They are brilliant people. Anyway, I'm going to start the 4-hour journey home, and then I might have a day off, to be honest. I think I'm going to need one. Anyway, if you have been, thank you for watching. I will pass you back to past Rob, who's going to give you a reason behind this whole journey. Okay, see you soon.
Hello again, and yeah, slightly different point after race. I don't know obviously how it's gone, because you can see I'm still in Turkey. Time travel, all that timey-wimey wibbly wobbly stuff. Right, the reason, and it's a very difficult reason, so excuse me if I get slightly emotional about this. This week is always a difficult week for me. There's no easy way of putting this. Yesterday, well, the 2nd of October is the anniversary of my dad passing away. My dad was my hero. He was my friend. He was my teacher. He did a lot of things for me, and gave me the love of motorsport I have, and the love of engineering that I have. To make this an even worse week, if that's an expression, is the fact that earlier in the year my mum passed away. Now you'll know from some of my videos, was a lot of time spent me doing road trips in the EVs, going up to see mum, to have a takeaway night with her, to just go and visit her, take her flowers. Sadly she passed away. Thank you to all the people who got in touch about that. Well, last Sunday would have been her birthday, so in the space of 5 days, went from mum's birthday, the first one where she's not actually here, to the next day was the 6th anniversary of my stepsister dying, to the 2nd of October, which is the 20th anniversary of my dad passing away. Now, the thing is, Dad used to be the commentator at Knockhill Race Circuit, and I don't know if I'm going to mention this in the video on the interim, but yeah, Dad used to be the commentator at Knockhill. Used to love Knockhill, so I thought for the 20th anniversary, what better way than to go and race on the weekend of his passing at the circuit he loved, with the people he loved. And it was like the universe was talking to me, because I was feeling very down the week before we came on this holiday, and I saw an advert on Instagram, because I was trying to figure out how to commemorate Dad, especially on this big anniversary. And I basically opened my phone, saw this advert on Instagram from SMRC saying, do you want to come and race our C1? Or it was open to everybody. And I just got in touch with Steve at the SMRC. He said, yep, still open, still available. It seemed like an absolute no-brainer, so yep, signed up then and there. And well, as I'm recording this, I'm about to get on a plane in a few hours' time to go and race it. Obviously, this is at the end of the video, so you'll know how that went. And yeah, I'll come back to you when I'm in the shed, and we'll probably talk about another adventure another time. But if you have been, thank you for watching. Thank you for indulging me in this very special episode, and I'm sorry I had to leave all the explanation to the end and tease you to the end, but it helps with the algorithm. Let's go with that one. Rather than helping my mental state, helps the algorithm. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Speak to you soon. Bye.